What's going on, YouTube? AlphonZeus of Team Gradelock coming at you with the third game of the match that we had 2 weeks ago between Adam's Beast Deities of Nova Grappler and John's Machinings of Megacolony. Well, the thing is, Adam actually is borrowing Alex's deck, but at least he's proving the Nova Grappler name quite well. And both of these decks can be very deadly in the early game, mid game, and late game. They can provide pressure on every single turn ride that they make, granted that they're not Gradelock. Now, of course, usually in the grade 1, the grade 2 phase, at least for the first 3 turns that take place, it's a lot of feeling out. You don't see a lot of big plays happening unless, you have maybe some retire power or something to get rid of the starter in particular. Because starters are extremely important in these decks, and losing out on the starter skill would be kind of sad, because that's one counterblast or a soul charge that you may have needed for later on. Now, seeing what Adam can do right now, he's probably going to end up filling up the field a bit. And that already looks very deadly. Although that you see at least 10k drops for each column in terms of shield value, it would be, a bit hard to kind of just look that in the face and say, alright, I'm probably going to take a whole lot of damage. But thankfully for, John, he didn't get any crit triggers or draw triggers on him, so he was able to at least guard regularly. And now this is where the pressure goes into play, especially when everybody rides to grade 3. Because he already got the break ride skill down, so now once he hits 4 damage, he can immediately break ride or break ride over Hercules and completely say GG for the opponent. Now, thankfully what John realized though was that the starter skill, that is probably one of the best plays that he could have ever made. Because that starter, when it hits a Vanguard, when it boosts a unit that hits a Vanguard, you get to Soul Charger, Counterblast 1, stun a rear guard. That's already rested. And that pretty much minuses him off of 1 attack. And the thing is, though, it is a grade 1, so he would have been able to pretty much intercept an attack with that. So that was pretty much a dead column. Now, going into the grade 3 for Ethics Buster kind of counters Cyclomatus in a way, although if you go into maybe Break Ride over Reverse, it's probably going to be a little bit of a downfall because you minus 2 attacks from Infinite Hell. Now, then you see the optimal Vanguard column, seeing the 10k booster when everybody's rested, as well as the Break Ride, because they're going to be hitting over 21k plus. And seeing the lack of another column that John has, you can tell that either he has grade 3s in his hand, or he just has 10k shields or just triggers in order to guard his attacks. Now, seeing Adam accept that 4 damage, he's really much saying, alright, I could probably go into Limit Break and really just settle this thing once and for all. And going into Break Ride, now we see the pressure going into place. After seeing John's hand where he had 3 grade 3s, 2 Cyclomass and a Hercules, he has maybe a 5k shield and a 10k shield. Going into seeing what he can do in terms of guard power is that he's going to eat attacks no matter what. And it would be very, very bad if he would hit a critical trigger on one of those drive checks. Now, seeing what he makes a play here, probably something that he should have made last turn, but it could have been, so because he didn't have that extra Papalo in hand before the drive check. So, you know what? Might as well. You have 4 counterblasts open. Papalo is probably going to end up going crazy in this bout because you have the Break Ride skill. Break Ride over Break Ride. That means you're going to anticipate another Break Ride later on. Of course, you always want to attack with the rear guard columns first when you do the Break Ride with Ethics Buster. And John decides to say, I'm going to absorb those 2 attacks and guard them. And then I'm going to take fully what the Vanguard has swinging for. And seeing that crit trigger going into the other Papalos, that will be an insane play that John will have to make. And I guess the one misplay that Adam made in this match is that he should have used the Counterblast from the grade 1 in order to stand again, because that would have got in an extra attack where he could have had 2 columns swinging in for 21k plus. So that draw trigger that John got after the 5th damage went off, it pretty much went for naught because he drew that 5k shield that was needed in order to guard with. And as you can see from his reaction, he should have lost that match, but it was thanks to that draw trigger and drawing in at that key 5k shield that he was able to return back with a crazy Break Ride turn. And seeing everybody get stunned, now Adam's in a real bad pickle, because now he's losing out on a twin drive unless he gets a Break Ride combo off. And seeing John replenish his hand after utilizing the Break Ride, it's like a gift sent from heaven. It's really a really big luck jackpot for Megacolony when you realize that, okay, I'm minusing my opponent 2 cards from hand, and maybe minusing only 1 if, you know, they had to break ride or re-ride a unit into grade 3. And seeing the Megacolony Hercules go in, and you see there's 5 counterblasts open, so he can feel free to just go in and losing out on the perfect guard from the last turn. So when Adam, looking at what his hand is going in right now, he has to realize, alright, if he's going to activate the skill, I have to do something. But seeing him activate it when he attacks, I have to say, alright, I got to perfect guard this, and I won't be able to do much afterwards, because I lost 2 cards last turn because I was not able to twin drive. And so now it's going to be probably the last shot. Oh, it's not a grade 3. So Ethics Buster is going to be stunned for 2 turns straight, and that is what ended up will have John winning this entire game. Because seeing only a 5k shield and the dragon, the spin it, one you have to restand for a plus 3k. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong. But now John can finally fill up that empty rearguard column to make sure that it will hit for game. Because whatever's going to happen next turn, if Adam should so survive, it's, I don't know, it's going to be kind of sacky in my opinion. But finally seeing him activate the crit trigger one more time is just like, alright, I lost. And so Megacolony manages to make a very huge comeback against Nova Grapplers, especially after that crazy break ride over break ride turn from Beast Deities. So that's it for the match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is AlphonZeus, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.